Hello my fellow crafters and welcome back to Inspiration for Cards. Welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be making a card for you, and not just any card. I'm going to be working with Lavinia stamps. And I'm proud and honored to say that from October on I'm part of the design team for Lavinia stamps, and I couldn't be more excited. I love the brand. I've been a guest design team member in September and both parties agreed that it was really fun, and the response you guys gave was really nice. So yeah, that's why I said, come on, let's give it a go. So for the people who haven't seen me before, my name is David. I'm a paper crafter since September last year, so pretty new to the business, but I just love it. I adore it. I started my YouTube channel in November. It's going to be 1 year, so that's a while as well now. So yeah, and today I'm going to be playing with Lavinia. So let's switch my camera around so we can speak about what I'm going to do. So I've got my card base ready. That is made, of course, out of the Multifarious card. Very nice and smooth card. A black matte layer, and my base card is ready, so that's going to be the end at the end of the video. So I'll keep this one here. Then I'm going to be using this beautiful stamp, which is called Stone Castle, because I'm going to make sort of a Halloweenish card. So that's the idea, anyways. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to use one of the moon masks from Lavinia, or the circle masks. That's these ones, the acetate circle masks. I'm going to use those, the small one, and then I've got this little one that I'm going to use as well. This one is from Tim Holtz. I'm going to use that to give the moon some structure. Do you need that? No. If you're good with your hands, do it by hand. I'm not, so that's what I'm going to be using. So having said that, let's have a go and make some mess first, because that's definitely what we're going to be doing. First, let me position my circle where I want it, and then I'm going to take 3 Lavinia mist mica infused sprays. I'm going to use Purple Orchid, Blue Moon and Bumblebee, and I'm going to be spraying that onto my card. I've also decided to use the mica infused mist spray in Fruit Sorbet to give it a bit more pinkish color. So those are the colors I'm going to be using, and I'm just going to get started and make a little mess, because that's what it's going to be first, but I love that. So shake up well so the mica is gone from the bottom, because otherwise you will clog your... And I'm pressing this moon mask down constantly. Making sure I keep that pressed down. And I want to make sort of a night sky. Spritzing that with water. And then I'm going to darken up a bit more, giving it a bit more dimension. Next I'm going to take off my masks, and I'm going to take my heat tool and quickly dry this. Especially around that moon. Next I'm coming in, this is just plain water, and I'm spraying that onto my card. Letting this ink run a bit, that's the idea, and dry again. I'm just gonna give that a slight spritz. And spray and let that run off. Love that effect. I will do the same with the yellow. Just spritz that on there, spray with water, and let it run off. Now I'm going to put that to the side to dry for a little bit, because I'm going to stamp on that in a minute. But first what I want to do is, I don't want to waste this. Do I have a scrap piece of paper? I do. So I'm just going to dab this on here, see what it does. Oh, I love that. Now I can already tell you this background is going to be a card. I love it. So why waste it, right? I'm going to put that to the side and let that dry. So what I'm going to do next is I'm going to take this little moon mask, put that on there. I'm going to take my frayed burlap, the normal ink it is, not the oxide, and I'm just going to color in this section of the moon to give it some structure. And also very lightly go outside that moon. There we go. Look at that moon. I love it. So put that to the side. Now I'm going to dry this further and make sure it's really dry before I stamp on it. Next I'm taking my Lavinia stamps brush. This is the big one, the biggest one. And graphite in the elements. And I'm just going to go around the edge, darkening up the perimeter of that card. There we go. Love that. Look at that shine. Oh, these mica sprays are really nice. Next I'm going to stamp my stamp, which is this beautiful castle. And I'm going to use Versafine Clair, but I'm going to do that in the Misty, in my stamping platform, just simply because stamping on the mica stains, how do you say that? It's sometimes, it can be a bit tricky because the ink doesn't always adhere to the mica as well as we want to. So that's where a stamping platform really comes in handy, because you can then stamp multiple times. And that's really handy in this case. So I'm going to position my stamp where I want it. Right front and center, above that moon, or not above, in front of that moon. Like so. Pick it up. And stamp that. So this gives me the opportunity to really press it down and give that ink time to sink in, because it is a silhouette stamp, and that just, they stamp beautiful, but they just give it some time. That's already a very nice first impression. I will give it a second. And there we have it, beautiful black. Love it. Beautiful stamp this is. Look, it's beautiful stamped. Mica is showing through a bit, but hey, for me that just adds to the mystical feel that this has. I'm just going to take my brush, and with whatever's left on my brush, I'm just going to lightly go over to give it some, how do you call it? Yeah, illusion of dark clouds hanging over. Go. Just brings it in together, the spookiness even more. So here I've got just a piece of paper, just a simple scrap piece of paper, and what I'm doing is I'm creating my own hill mask. I've got the hill masks, but sometimes I just want to, yeah, if you don't have it, this will work as well. Sometimes I just want to be able to create my own. This might work better. There we go. And then I will take Twilight, load up my brush, and create sort of a hill here at the bottom for that spooky house to stand on. Just go over that bit to soften that hard edge and go around the card once more to darken up the outer perimeter of the card, even a tiny bit more. Okay, next I'm going to color in these windows, because I want these windows to have a bit of a spooky, shiny, white, no, not white, yellow shine out of the windows. So I'm going to use my yellow Derwent, the Sun Yellow. This is the Chroma Flow, the new ones. I'm going to see if that is enough. Otherwise I will fill them in with white first. Oh no, this is nice. These are covering nicely. And I'm just coloring in these windows. You see? So the haunted house is, well, haunted. There's someone in there. So this is really not rocket science. It's just giving it one layer of color. I'm not doing any shading, or I'm not being shady. I'm just filling in the colors. There we go. And I will also fill in that door, make it look like it is glowing. Next I'm coming in with my pastel pencil, and I'm just gonna intensify that sort of shadowy look. The moon is coming from that side, so just intensifying that by scribbling on. Fairly, that's what I do. I'm just scribbling on. Then with my finger, I will just smooth that out. You see the shadow it gives? Next I've got my white pastel pencil, and I'm just gonna highlight the towers where the light from the moon is hitting, ever so slightly. And it's not much that you see it, but it really makes it pop out of the card. Just like that. And I think I'm going to leave it at that, because I love the shine. Yes, I can do more. I can do more with foiling, but I just love this big moon stealing the show there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to clean my hands, and I'm going to put this card together. So I've got my black matte layer ready. So I'm going to take that and put this card on that, and that really makes these colors pop even more. That's why I also darkened up the edge. I love this, and I love how this yellow spooky light is coming behind the castle. Yes. There we go. Beautiful. And then I'm going to add this complete black panel to my card base. So this is the final result. If you like it too, give this video a thumbs up and consider to subscribe to my channel. That would really make my day. Anyways, thank you for watching this one. I'll be back on the Lavinia channel in 2 weeks and I'd love to see you then. Thank you very much for watching this one. Bye!